Great to see you here again at Wiscombe.
Hi, great to be here.
Yeah. Been a bit of a break away from it all, but it's nice. You've been keeping your hand in. You've been doing a few events. I see you were down at Goodwood the other week.
Yeah, it's been a weird couple of years, obviously, but it's great to see everyone back here, and obviously huge testament to the club and organising teams to get this all together in spite of the pandemic and everything. So yeah, nice to be out.
Yeah, it's always lovely to see the British Championship here. You're just a few points behind him, but is Wallace your target this year, or do you not want to say that?
I mean, the guy who's leading is always a target, but Wallace is the yardstick at the moment. He's got talent in abundance. I mean, obviously, but he's got consistency. He's got the car. He's got a team. You can see he's really, really calm. And yeah, I mean, he's done us by a second this morning, me and Sean. So same weekend. Different weekend, same problem. But yeah, I think hill climbing is as much about racing yourself. You know, it's not necessarily sensible to try and compete with someone who's got more power or whatever, depending on the hill. But I always try and be consistent and get just gather points that way. So it's not won and lost in one runoff. And I think this season's probably realistically going to go Wallace's way. But that's fine, you know, we're in a development year. It's the first year with a new engine, so I'm pretty chilled, really.
So what engine are you running in it now?
We've actually got the same block, ostensibly, as Wallace. So they're, I think they're 1998 Champ Car IndyCar engines. So somewhere between 500 and 700 horsepower, depending on what pistons and what crank you've got in them. So I'm 2.7 litres and Wallace is 3.3. There's a couple of other IndyCar engines in the championship. But yeah, they're very high revving, they're quite cammy, so it's 14,000 RPM, and ours is mid 500 brake. So yeah, hugely exciting thing to drive, particularly up a lane, you know.
Yeah, it's quite narrow out there, isn't it? How was your first practice this morning? Did you enjoy it? What's the surface like?
There's more grip than I thought there would be, and obviously as the tyres come to and so on, here under the tree, so the water never really lifts. It's got to be baking hot for that water to actually evaporate. So I just went cautiously, really. That first practice is always a bit of an exploration, but no, it was fine. You get to the top and you think, I'm here, and I could have gone a bit quicker, but you know, car's working okay, and you know, not too bad.
So do you have much of a team behind you, or is it just you and the family, really?
DJ have been brilliant. You know, I've been running DJs now since 2011. And they design, develop almost every part of the car, other than the powertrain and the electronics. So they're fantastic. You know, we have our moments, as any family do. But you know, yeah, and obviously, yeah, mum, dad, my fiance. It's hugely important, and it's a great team, and it's, you know, I think if you do it as often as we do, 20 weekends a year, you've got to have a structure around you that makes you happy, that makes you relaxed. And they're brilliant. You know, Andy beavering away right now on the car. He designed it. Him and his best mate built it. And so every time we win in it, it feels like a huge victory, particularly against, you know, Goulds and OMSs who are they've got far more chassis out and far more development behind them. So yeah, when we beat them, it feels like a big team effort.
Now, going back to Goodwood, an electric car, what was that like?
Great, you know, fantastic, a lovely thing, and a great team of people that let me drive it. And Goodwood's a lovely event, you know, it's much more friendly than you might imagine before you do it. Yeah. But the electric car's fabulous, you know. I mean, I know people need to be converted from watching it, and I love the V8. You know, that revving to 14 is nothing like it.
Beautiful sound.
Yeah, inside and out. Yeah. But you know, if we fight EV too hard, we're going out with nothing. You know, and as I said at the event, you know, we still ride horses. There's still places for combustion engines, Silverstone Classic, you know, Le Mans Classic, all of those places. But really, to be at the sharp edge in 10-15 years' time, when the battery mass comes down, that will be the way to go. And when you drive it, anyone driving it will be comfortable with that. Yeah. And yeah, for spectators, you know, it's a bit quieter. But if the racing's good and the hill climbing's good and it's close, I don't suppose it matters, really.
The last time I was talking to you, I think we were touching on the fact you were doing a bit of circuit racing with a historic car. Are you still doing that?
COVID permitting, yeah, we'll try and get it out at the end of the year. But historics, again, it's like I say, you've got the modern stuff. You know, I've got paddle shift, I've got semi-auto gearbox, I've got launch control, traction control. In the old stuff, you've got you and your maker and a few bits of tin. So yeah, it's great. I mean, the car's a 68 Lola Formula 5000 car, which is basically a Grand Prix car with an enormous Chevy engine in the back. So it's a bit leery. It's it's that mate you bring down the pub who gets himself into trouble. But a lovely thing. I don't do it as much as I'd like, but I think actually if I was to do it more, one has to displace the other, and hill climbing has always been my favourite.
Well, I hope we keep you coming back here for many years to come in the DJ, and have a great weekend. All of our best wishes to you, and thank you very much for supporting us again.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.